Should I still say with the Zachary team even though I'm by myself?
Yes, this is just
part of the team.
Okay, you ready?
Hey guys, I'm Kristina Espinoza with the Zachary team, brokered by eXp Realty, and I'm here with Joseph HUEBENTHAL.
Yep.
I love your last name, it's really interesting. We're here to talk about inspections. He's been an inspector for 8 years, and so he's here to answer questions from a seller's perspective. So Joseph, from a seller, if I'm a seller, right, let's just pretend I'm a seller, why should I get a pre-inspection for a pre-listing?
So when you're selling, a lot of times what typically seems to happen when you're selling, you list a property. Let's just throw a number out there, 200,000. You listed this, I've listed this property for 200,000. You've seen it on Zillow and you now liked this property. You see it and you said, okay, I like it. I like the price. I want to go look at it. You now walked into that home and you said, I still like this home. I like it. Now you get an inspector. My job there as an inspector, if you're the buyer, is for me to find these items that I find that are of issue following TREC guidelines. All those items, pile those up and put them on a report, and then I'll let you know what those items are and put them in perspective. Put them in perspective as in you may have certain things that are cosmetics and then certain things that may be a big cost or safety issues. That's what I really want you to understand, what is a big cost safety thing, and then what's kind of home maintenance, because every used home is going to have some dings and dents just like a used car. So that's my job, is to point those out and kind of put them in perspective for you. Once doing so allows you as the client to make an educated decision on whether you want to move forward with that purchase or if you want to negotiate things at that point with your realtor.
So it's in the seller's benefit to get a pre-inspection.
Definitely. That's my expertise. We all have our expertise, whether you're a teacher, you're a doctor, you're whatever, an aircraft mechanic. Those are your expertise. We don't know everything about everything, right? And so we have to rely on professionals to give us that information. That's exactly what happens here. We are trained as TREC inspectors. We are required to pass certain tests and get certain certifications so we can give you this information honestly and accurately.
Yeah. So what can I expect as a seller, the process to go, what is going to happen during that process, before, during, and after? So at least from your business-wise.
From as an inspector's point of view, you're looking, so the seller's gonna say, okay, we're gonna go and put our house up. You're gonna speak to your realtor is then gonna, hopefully either you will contact me and say, hey, I want to go ahead and get a pre-listing inspection. This isn't always done.
Yeah.
A lot of times people tend to veer from it because you have to post what I'm inspecting, what I find. Let's not run off of the fear train. Let's get in control of that train. That's what I like to do with the pre-listing inspection. If I get this pre-listing, I can give you all the information that we're gonna find, whether it's me doing the inspection or it's someone that the potential buyer gets their inspector to find. So I'm able to find those items. You're able to either one, repair them or list this house for 200,000 with these items as is. You now as a buyer has said, I like this home on Zillow for 200,000. It's as is. It does. I'm looking at the report now. It does say there's some roof issues. Let's go look at it. You are now have said on your own that I like this home for 200,000, even if it has roof issues.
Yeah.
You're more likely to move forward and buy the home, versus if you don't know those information, you're now going to hire an inspector. That inspector's going to say, hey, we found roof issues. Now you're going to negotiate, right? That buyer now has that negotiating power, and now that $200,000 home turns into $198,000.
So you lost $10,000 instead of like $350, $400.
Exactly, $350, $400 for the inspection, and then now you know everything that's gonna come up.
Or you know what to expect.
Yeah, and you're not gonna get blindsided, and that's the biggest part of it. Once you take that away from the buyer, they no longer have any negotiation from you. It's an as-is product. You're able to show what was found, what was repaired, and then move forward from there. Yeah, there's been several times that I've done pre-listings to where they have little to no cost on when it comes to repairs. And a little story kind of to tell you, or an example, personal wise, my mom, she had listed her home. I did an inspection. I told her the roof needs to be changed. she wanted to see what would happen if she can just go ahead and list it. In doing so, she had 3 potential buyers. All 3 backed out due to the roof. That was 3 months of monthly payments that she's paying, that she had to wait in order to move to buy her new home.
And she still had to do the roof, fix the roof.
Still had to do the roof, things like that. And so it's gonna happen. We're gonna find those things because we have to inspect certain things by TREC. So if we can find it earlier, it's gonna save you money in the long run as a pre-listing or as the seller, and it's gonna make the process a lot smoother.
Yeah. So you were talking earlier not just about roof damage, but you also do termite inspections.
Yes, I like to try to be a one-stop shop. Termites, I like to help my veterans. Definitely, I'm a prior vet, so I'm constantly helping my vets. And fortunately, with vets, they require a termite inspection for all purchases with a VA loan. And so I try to be a one-stop shop. That way you don't have to coordinate with a termite inspector and a home inspector, and I can just do all of that on one.
Because I think that can get overwhelming when you feel like the home buying process or the home selling process in general, there's so many different aspects to it. So if you can kind of get something bundled into one, that takes a lot of pressure off of everybody in the whole thing.
And I like to take off of the realtors as much as I can, and benefit my clients as much as I can. So like on the realtor side, where I try to save y'all time, I have my Supra, so that way y'all don't have to be on site. Access wise, I've got that. I take care of showings. I set up the appointment for us to get in there and do the inspection. I try to take away the verbiage, the things that I put in the report. I try to explain those things. I don't want you to have to explain my notes. That's too hard. Y'all got things that y'all gotta explain that I don't understand, that y'all need to explain to the client. I have my things that I need to teach to the client and show. So that's kind of how we do things as Maverick.
So in turn, you have 5-star Maverick Quality Inspections.
Look at my reviews. I get called and they ask me, hey, wanted to know what sells you the most. I try to say, hey, just go to Google, take a look at Google, look at my reviews. Those are the best reviews that's the best way you're gonna understand of who I am as a person and who I am as an inspector. Definitely kind of talks about how I take care of my clients and how well and informative I am with what I do.
So one more thing I want to point out is something that I haven't heard from a lot of inspectors, but it's something that Joseph provides. So I want him to kind of just explain just a little bit, but your on-site inspections or your on-site reports.
Yes. So a lot of inspectors right now, what we are required to do as TREC inspectors is to get you the report within 48 hours. 48 hours. Typically, what happens is we're gonna like say 9 a.m. I do an inspection for you. Normal, average, what we're required to do, an inspector is going to come in, it's going to take an hour to 2 hours to do the inspection, get his notes, going to go over those notes and pictures with you, explain them and the client, and then go home, type up that report and send it to you, typically by that evening. That leaves the client in limbo once they get that report. It's left for them to decipher what what that deficiency is and how severe that item is. And on the other end, it leaves you to decipher those information for them, because the first person they call is you as a realtor, right? And so that makes it tough, because now you're explaining some notes that's not yours. With me doing that, it'll alleviate all of that from you. But yeah, definitely on site allows me to explain in detail and tell you as a client, hey, this is something that is a big cost or safety issues. This is something that needs to be addressed. Or, hey, this is kind of home maintenance. This is normal with a used home. This is what happens. And that way you can take that educated decision on this purchase.
Absolutely. Joseph, you've been wonderful. Please tell the camera how we can get in touch with you.
So you can get in touch with me through email, phone. My phone number is 210-665-7990. You can follow me on Facebook as well. If you have any questions, even if you're not using me as the inspector, if you just have questions on a home, please feel free to give me a call, shoot me a text. I have many people, realtors and clients, just shoot me a picture and say, hey, Joe, I had this happen. I'm just wondering, who do I call? Who can help me? I'll try to help you out the best I can. So please give me a call, 210-665-7990.
Great. Well, this is Joseph HUEBENTHAL with Maverick Quality Inspections. And we will leave all his contact information below. Check him out. He's wonderful. I can't wait to start working with him. Both Gabriel and I can't wait to start working with him. Also, follow us on YouTube. Subscribe to our channel. Also, hit the bell notification so that you can get notifications of when we post videos every single time. And follow us on Instagram. Thank you for watching. Check in next time. Love you guys. See you later.
Thank you.